Hi everyone, so today in this video I'm going to be looking at the first of the fantastic Doctor Who The Collection Blu Ray sets that released a little while ago. The very first one being this one, Tom Baker's first season, season 12, and as you can see from the front image, fantastic artwork on this by Lee Binding, who produces all of them, and I will be showing you all the collective artwork inside, the presentation booklet, talking you through all the new added features, documentaries, commentaries, and the like that comes with this set, as well as all the stories themselves being upscaled and enhanced for Blu-ray. And you might be thinking, well, I've got these stories on DVD already, what's the point in even thinking about buying them again on Blu-ray? Well, that's what I'm going to be talking you through and giving you some reasons as to why you might like these sets as well, even if you've already got the DVDs. So join me today as we look at this fantastic Doctor Who set. So I've now removed the Blu-ray set from the slipcase here, which, as you note, formed part of the image. Now I strongly suggest that you keep the slipcase with the text on, because if you turn the slipcase over, it gives you a really useful bio of everything contained within. So it's easier to actually see with the Blu-ray set inside, but it takes you through all the stories contained within the set. So you've got Doctor Who season 12 and all the stories in the season, which are Robot, the Sontaran Experiment, The Ark in Space, Genesis of the Daleks, and Revenge of the Cybermen. Now the Ark in Space actually comes before the Sontaran Experiment, so please excuse me getting them the wrong way around. You'll notice in the white panel here that these are all brand new features that were specially commissioned or produced just for the DVD set. So even if you bought these stories separately on DVD, which I did, all of those features that you had contained on the DVDs, they're included, they're ported over first of all, and then, like I said, this white panel here shows all additional things that have been added. So for instance, the very first thing we get is Doctor Who in Tom Baker, the Fourth Doctor, in conversation with Matthew Sweet, who is an extremely good interviewer. He gets a lot out of the interviewees in a very candid 1 hour conversation about his time on the series. And the next thing is Behind the Sofa. Now these are kind of like the Doctor Who equivalents of Gogglebox. You have two sofas, you have cast members from that season, and also another sofa with other members of Doctor Who. They could be from previous seasons or series to the one you're watching, or they could be from future series. So it could be people from, say, Peter Davison or Colin Baker's time on the other sofa in the room, and they are watching the story, clips from the story on that particular disc, and giving comments and reciting stories and things of that nature. It's very, very funny, very entertaining. They've got an episode of Behind the Sofa for every story on every disc within the set, and the same is true of all these Blu-ray sets. Behind the Sofa is a series that constantly features on all of them. And as I say, they're extremely funny, really worth seeing. In this case, you've got Tom Baker, Philip Hinchcliffe, Louise Jameson, Janet Fielding, Sarah Sutton, and Sadie Miller, who is the daughter of Elizabeth Sladen, who played Sarah Jane Smith, much loved companion. We've got new making of documentaries for Sontaran Experiment and Revenge of the Cybermen, immersive 5.1 surround sound mixes for the Ark in Space, and Genesis of the Daleks. You've got optimised, updated special effects for Revenge of the Cybermen. You've got a feature-length TV movie version of Genesis of the Daleks, which is unseen since 1975. During the 70s, the BBC would occasionally broadcast feature-length but slightly cut-down versions of stories over Christmas and holidays in the afternoon for people to enjoy, and that is one of them. Also included on the set, although you can't see it from this back panel, is a TV movie version for Ark in Space as well. So it's like I said, you get little bonuses like that on the extras all the way through. New ones that you didn't get on the DVD releases. Doctor Who Times 1970s TV context documentary. Now this is another big bonus for me. The Tom Baker years, the 1991 VHS release, which was a 2 videotape release, with Tom Baker talking through his memories of all of his stories, showing video clips. It's never been available on disc, DVD or Blu-ray. Well, now over 2 parts, the whole set is available for the first time, which is another big plus and another big reason for me to have this set. You also have PDF production material, rare files from the BBC archives, and then it says underneath, special features previously unreleased to DVD include making of documentaries, featurettes, optical CGI effects, audio commentaries, rare footage, production information, subtitles, PDF material, and much more. So, heading inside the set now, you see there when you open the set out, the first thing you see is an image from the TARDIS in the time tunnel from Tom Baker's first title sequence. And this is where the box gets clever with the artwork, because that's beautiful artwork in itself, but just in the middle here there's a little tab that we undo. The TARDIS doors open outwards, and there you see Tom Baker, it's the 4th Doctor, with his companions, Elizabeth Sladen as Sarah Jane Smith and Ian Mortimer as Harry Sullivan. Beautiful artwork again. The artwork through these sets is absolutely amazing. But then that photo flips up and you see the same image again, but this is actually the set booklet that I was telling you about. So we'll just get the booklet out, and you'll notice underneath the booklet is a diorama image, very excellently done, of the Doctor's TARDIS console room interior from that season. So you've got the roundels on the walls on each side. You can't quite see on that flap. There you go. I'll open it that side so you can see it a bit clearer. And the console itself, the detail, how much time they must have spent to get all this detail in. Absolutely incredible. So I'll fold that back up. Now the booklet itself is one of the things which to my mind, excuse my fingers, one of the things to my mind is absolutely invaluable for these sets, because I'm not going to show you every single page of the booklet, but it gives you details of how each story was produced, lots of exclusive artwork, and also you get articles about the season. Quote there at the top, here we go again, was Nicholas Courtney as the Brigadier, saying that at the end of the previous story of the last season, Planet of the Spiders, where John Pertwee regenerates into Tom Baker. So you get an article on the background there, and there's a lovely image of the main cast all together at the start there, and every single disc, it gives you a page on the contents of every single disc. So for the first story, Robot, gives you a story summary, and it also gives you again a rundown of the features on every single disc, special features. So if you're looking for a particular documentary or a particular feature, you've not only got the back slip case that I told you before, you've got the booklet that gives you references to every story and background to every story. And as I say, I'll show you the kind of exclusive artwork examples that you get throughout the booklet. They're absolutely, the detail in the booklet and the information on all the stories and the features gives you even more insight than the special features as well. As a companion to the features and the discs, it just gives you so much extra insight and it's value for money. I should just point out though that you only get the booklets on the UK versions of the box sets. The American Blu Ray releases of these box sets, you don't get the booklets in, which to me is a major misstep, because you lose out a lot by not having them. So that's the booklet, and as I said, I won't go through every single page, because obviously you'll get to see that if you buy the sets yourself. On the back though, a lovely little touch, you get a photo of a BBC autographed photo from Tom Baker that you could get at the time with the old BBC logo and signed from Tom. Lovely little touch there. So going on to the discs, this is the first disc, the story Robot. Now with this first set, I don't know whether it's teething problems, but because the adhesive next to the plastic trays where the discs fit in, it was all too close together, so it makes the discs extremely difficult to get out. For myself, the way I've discovered around it, you go to the bottom here, you move this little slip down, get your thumb in between there, and then I'll flip them just like that. So that's the disc for the Ark in Space. Again, they did overcome this issue in some of the other box sets, which is just as well because it took a little while to figure out. There's disc 3 for the Sontaran experiment. This is quite annoying to have to do it this way, but the only way we can. Just move that disc around slightly. Okay, so that's disc 4. Genesis of the Daleks. So the detail all the way through. Superb. Again, want to get your thumb all the way down. Really glad that they overcame this. And then finally, as far as the stories go, Revenge of the Cybermen. So you take that out. Then the last disc you get, bonus disc there, with the TARDIS on. And then underneath, we take that disc out. Bear with me. Then you get an image of Tom's face, again from the title sequence. Another lovely little detail. So my overall thoughts on the set, really impressed overall by the contents, by the artwork, the new commissioned special features. They've taken so many hours to produce. I mean, I've seen on YouTube interviews with some of the filmmakers that made these documentaries and some of these features, and the time and the hours that they've put into this. You can tell that they are fans themselves, working on this project for fans. And that has come over considerably in this set. The amount of material that you get, the artwork, the information through the booklets, the extra commentaries, the Behind the Sofa series, which, as I say, is the Doctor Who equivalent to Gogglebox. I mean, you get an episode of that for every single story in this set, for every other Blu-ray set that they've released. With this being Tom Baker's first series, with some of his greatest stories in, even early on, I'm not surprised this was the set that they chose to release first. They did have, some people have said that there's some technical issues with a couple of the discs on some of the features. I've not encountered those yet, if at all. I could be lucky, I could have got one of the copies that wasn't affected. And also, sheer demand meant that they had to re-release this. So they had to do another short run of disc presses to highlight the demand for this set, which is quite pleasing. They haven't released the seasons in the Blu-ray collections. They've not done them in order. It's been quite sporadic so far. So this one, season 12, was the first. Then we get season 14 a couple of seasons later. You get season 10, one of John Pertwee's early seasons. Then you get Colin Baker's Trial of a Time Lord season. So they're not doing them in order, which I'm not surprised at. As to, are they worth it if you've got the DVDs already individually? It really depends. I mean, I'm a collector, I'm a completionist, and I'm all over things like this that give you extra material. If you can afford them, and if you're interested in the extra documentaries, the features, the artwork, all the extra stuff that comes with it, then that's fine. Bear in mind with the prices when they first come out, you can pre-order them for about £30, but then when they sell out pretty quickly, you can get some astronomical prices on eBay, Amazon and sites like that. I've had to get a couple of the sets. I've had to get the American versions, which are region free, so they'll still work on your Blu-ray players and stuff over here. But as I said, on those sets you don't get the booklets, so you don't get some of the pull out artwork and stuff that I've shown you on this set. But I think overall the Blu-ray collection sets are really good. For me, they are certainly good value, but by doing videos of sets like this, it gives you more, gives you the options and the guidance as to what you can get, and helps you decide whether they're worth it for you. I will be doing more of these down the line, reviewing more of these. I've got a few more, and in the future I'll be looking at possibly getting some more of them as well. I do hope you've enjoyed my review of the Doctor Who collection Blu-ray set for season 12. Leave your comments. If you bought this set, let me know down below what you like, what you don't like, about the features, artwork and everything else. Be really interested to get your opinions. So I hope you enjoyed the video today. As I say, please like, comment and subscribe. That would be really kind for you to do any of those things. I'd be really, really grateful. So take care everybody, and I will see you again in the next video very soon indeed.